2 years ago, an earthquake and the resulting tsunami devastated Japan. One member of the Oregon State football program was there to experience it firsthand. Stephen Nelson has his story.
Looks, wants to throw over the middle, and he has his man caught up at the 22-yard line. Short of the first down is Brad Brennan.
Brad Brennan spent 5 seasons at the University of Arizona and worked last year as a volunteer assistant at Oregon State. Between that, a 10-year playing career in Japan, which came with some cultural challenges.
They ran everything in Japanese, so my head was spinning, obviously, for a while, and I was just, confused and, a little bit, just angry at times that I can't pick up the language.
Brennan eventually did pick up the language, along with some hardware. In March of 2011, he was in Tokyo with the Fujitsu Frontiers, preparing for the Spring Pearl Bowl.
We were practicing and kind of getting ready for this spring tournament, and then, obviously.
Breaking news, a violent earthquake off Japan's northeast coast has rocked the nation.
It started off normal. One guy is like an earthquake, they call it Jushin. And it got so violent and loud, I seriously thought the building was coming down.
It was a magnitude 9.0 earthquake, one of the largest in recorded history.
I don't know what the number was, but there's something like 9,000 aftershocks. So like, as you're just sitting there, you're like, oh my God, it's another big one coming.
Do not go near the waters. Move to higher ground as soon as possible.
The quake triggered a tsunami that ravaged the northern part of the country and sent unsettling waves throughout the island.
We were 180 miles south of where the actual big tsunami hit, so I think we felt a little bit safe there, but we didn't know at the time where that thing was coming, so it was a little bit nerve-wracking.
Between the quake and the tsunami, the world was witnessing one of the worst natural disasters in history. The country's crisis worsened when damage was sustained by several nuclear power plants.
This could be a Chernobyl in the making.
We were hearing that it's not that bad, although they're like this one reactor is starting to melt down. And my parents probably just went to Chernobyl and thinking about the worst case scenarios.
Brad's older brother Brent, currently Oregon State's wide receivers coach, was then at San Jose State, thousands of miles from his brother, trying to process all the information.
You start to see the media coverage and you're just like, what's going on? It just seemed like total chaos. We'd talk to him and he would downplay it, but then you would watch the news and they were talking about this level of radiation, this level of radiation in the water, in the air.
In the days after the quake, there was an emotional tug-of-war across the Pacific between the Brennans.
For me, I was like, well, I have practice next week, so I'm not coming home.
Because he didn't have any immediate family there, his teammates, his coaches became his family. And so he felt a real obligation to be there for them.
I'm the only foreigner on this team. If I leave, it's bad.
I was trying to be sympathetic to that, but I was also being a big brother, like, you got an obligation to mom and dad. These are the people that love you more than anybody on the planet.
To me, inside, you feel like, you're kind of running away a little bit and they can deal with it while I'm safe.
I was like, you need to get your butt on a plane and get home. And I probably didn't say it that nice.
Seeing my mom in tears on the video, on the computer for numerous days in a row, I was just like, you know what, I'll go.
Brennan spent a couple months in California before going back to Japan to finish the 2011 season. 2 years later, he's preparing for his second season in Corvallis. But no matter where he is, he will forever be impacted by his experiences in Japan.
Anything that happens to them, they usually just come back stronger. There's an old Japanese saying, and it says, get knocked down 7 times and get back up 8. And I think that's kind of their whole, they kind of live by things like that.
In Corvallis, Stephen Nelson, KEZI 9 Sports.